While I work on my Lionel Percy, I also plan to update some of my older models. I was pretty inexperienced when most of them were made and could see that some of them could use some improvements. I'd first like to update the paint job on my Origins Thomas. I've seen the countless comments about his inaccurate color and plan to correct that, especially since the old paint is bleeding through. I'd also like to replace the Avery stickers on his tanks with proper ones cut from my Cricket. There's not much I want to change with the Origins James. He was a really simple model to make. But if I were to change something, I'd swap out his sun bleached face with this spare one. I'd then fix the paint around his number 5. I've already started on Edward's upgrades, replacing his molded side rods and bogey with printed ones. They're gray right now, but I'll eventually reprint them in white filament. I'm considering doing the same thing with his face, but modeling something this complex is going to be difficult, so if I do it, it'll probably be the last thing I take care of. I'd also like to redo his paintwork and replace his number with proper stickers. I have big plans for my special letter Thomas. I want to completely redo the radio controlled system inside. It's functional, but it's also kind of a mess. I want to change the speed controller to one that moves in both directions, swap the battery pack with something smaller and more voltage appropriate, and I'd also like to add some way to charge it. That is something I completely neglected to do the first time around. The special letter aesthetic is also something I plan to change. I have an idea for a much better design for the model. So that's the plan for these models. I'll be slowly making the changes over the course of the year and will post a short of each of the updated models when finished. In the meantime, you can get the latest updates on this and other projects by joining my Patreon.